Hello everyone and welcome back to Around Our World in 80. So we are bringing you another Disneybounding Our Life episode. And today's is fun. We watched Angels in the Outfield. Dun dun dun.
Oldie but good.
Yep. So, Wikipedia. Angels in the Outfield is a 1994 American family sports fantasy comedy drama film. It's actually a remake of the 1951 film of the same name. It stars Danny Clover, Tony Danza, and Christopher Lloyd, which when I saw him on screen, I was like, ah! And it actually features several future stars, including Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Adrian Brody, Matthew McConaughey, and Neil McDonough. McDonough? Is that how you say it? Obviously, I follow actors very closely. It spawned two direct-to-video sequels, Angels in the End Zone and Angels in the Infield. And ironically, it was released less than a month before the 1994 MLB baseball strike, which forced the league to cancel the playoffs and the World Series. Oops.
It's a good thing they won the pennant.
So the film has a rating of 35% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 20 reviews. Unlike the original movie, which focused on the Pittsburgh Pirates as the team in heavenly need, the film focuses on the California Angels, who did not exist when the original was released in 1951. Some scenes in it were shot at Wrigley Field, which is the home of the original Los Angeles Angels of the Pacific Coast League. The Walt Disney Company, which distributed the movie, was a minority owner of the Angels at the time. The film did, however, premiere at the Pirates' home stadium at the time, Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. The premiere would be the only reference to the Pirates due to both teams playing in separate leagues, Angels in the American League, Pirates in the National, and the film being released 3 years before the start of interleague play. Both teams would finally meet head-to-head for the first time in 2002 in Anaheim. The film opened at number 4 in the North American box office, making $8.9 million in its opening weekend. It went on to gross $50.2 million at the box office domestically. So, what did you think of Angels in the Outfield?
I used to watch that, I feel like, fairly often as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I'd seen it several times.
I don't think I had ever seen it.
I don't know if we rented it or what, but I don't remember if we owned it or rented it, but I had seen it several times.
That was my first time seeing it all the way through.
It's a little different watching it as an adult.
It is a little bit different watching it as an adult, and I appreciate the fact that they were taking on characters that do come from like the foster care system or broken homes and things like that. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of kids these days who come from that background, and so for kids going through something like that, to see somebody like them portrayed on TV is pretty awesome, especially when they have a happy ending.
Yep.
The film's definitely cheesy, and I definitely think that there were some serious, like, mature undertones for a Disney movie.
Yeah.
But I appreciated them.
So this week we went to a Rangers game.
Hello, Princess Reagan! Do you have the coolest ride? Where are we going? We're going to the ballpark? Yay! But not any Rangers game. We went to a Rangers game where they played the LA Angels.
Yep.
To coincide with the movie theme. It was nice because we got these tickets through your airline perks, so that was fun. So we got to actually sit on the lower level, and our seats were in the sun, unfortunately. So we took the long way to our seats. What did you think of the stadium?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, because this was your first game in the stadium, right?
First Rangers game in the stadium, yes.
Yeah. I grew up going there. I remember growing up as a kid, my parents used to take my brother and I, and we came home, you know, they would do different nights. It was like every kid gets a baseball bat night, and every kid gets a bobblehead night, or, you know, things like that. We had dollar hot dog night.
We did. Reagan and I Reagan and I shared 3 hot dogs for $3. Reagan had like 4 bites.
Yeah. Because it was hot, we took the long way around and toured the stadium, and then you took Reagan up to get the hot dogs so that she wasn't sitting in the sun. I sat in the seats and I watched most of the first pitches, which I don't know how you have multiple first pitches, but I think you were saying there was one that was like official, and then the other 2 were like ceremonial.
Something like that.
The women's Rangers baseball club was celebrating an anniversary. I want to say they were established in 1975. I don't remember exactly, but it was their anniversary, so they had all the ladies like line the edge of the infield and wave. I guess they do a lot of volunteer work, so that's cool. So one thing that was exciting at the beginning of the game was we got a home run. We actually saw 2 home runs during the game. We scored a lot of runs at the beginning, and LA unfortunately came back after a little while.
Stassi on the mound for Los Angeles, number 43, Patrick Sandoval.
So what? That was a double? Another double! But LA did not have any Angels with them on this game because Rangers won. Reagan, how do you describe what Reagan did during the game?
She watched Mickey Mouse.
She was very unimpressed.
She's a child of action.
We were keeping her up past her bedtime, and it was hot at the beginning, and then she was hungry and all that stuff. So she did really well given the circumstances, but she would like watch Mickey Mouse, and then she would look up and she would point at the people in the field. She's like, oh, there's people. And then she would watch Mickey Mouse.
Are you feeding mommy? Oh.
Chocolate everywhere.
Good job, Reagan.
It's like perfume deep in the heart of Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Is that your jam?
Clapping like this. But you know what? He learned it well. I've done worse.
He's gonna hit the ball.
It's too
Okay. Oh. Okay, now he's gonna walk over there.
But yeah, I enjoyed myself. I obviously like things like football and hockey that have a little bit more
Action.
pace, fast pace. But once the sun went down, it was really pleasant in the baseball field, and brought back a lot of childhood memories for me going to the baseball games.
It'd have been more pleasant if Reagan would have not been fussy at first and, you know, wanted to pay attention and whatnot. We had to leave early.
We did make it to the 7th inning stretch.
Made it to the 7th inning stretch, which
So we
at that
could
point
sing
we
the
were
song.
we were down at that point. So
Yeah.
when we left, we actually didn't think we were gonna win the game, and then they ended up turning it around in the 9th inning,
I think so, yeah.
something like that.
They got the walk-off.
I think that's right. So yeah, they ended up winning, but we didn't get to see that. And then we were all kind of tired and sweaty and whatnot, and then ended up walking the wrong direction back to the car. So that did not help.
That's okay.
But the game itself was fun.
I enjoyed it. I will be really excited to go back when Reagan is able to understand what's going on. But I think it was a great first introduction for her. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see y'all real soon.